What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic Friday. It's Friday. Just got done with my training for this job. Monday officially start going on. The ride-alongs, getting wild here, but do my best to keep up with everything Eagles and make these videos as soon as I possibly can. Posted about it earlier, but wanted to make a little video here quick and talk about the newest Eagles coach. So Nick Sirianni's staff continues to fill up, but we've been talking about the offense, and well, that apparently isn't even his anymore. Now Sean Mannion's. But this news on the defensive side of the ball. So let's check it out here. Appreciate you all hitting the like button, sharing, subscribing, all that stuff really does help. So thank you. But we're here to talk about the newest hire, and that is Mike Pellegrino. So you can see former Bills nickel cornerback coach signed to an Eagles defensive back coaching role. So what I put here is because the way they worded it, saying he was getting the defensive back job. I don't think that's what's happening because Joe Casper is the defensive backs coach and the pass game coordinator. Roy Anderson is the cornerbacks coach. If you heard the show yesterday, I believe it was, or maybe the day before, I told you the safety coaching role was open. So look for them to hire somebody in that defensive back area. Now, it's not confirmed, but maybe he's just getting hired to be a nickel corners coach. But I kind of feel like, with nickels and safeties, the way this defense works could kind of be the same thing. So whatever kind of, role they give him, the safety / nickels coach or whatever, I'll let you know when that comes out. But let's get to know old Mike Pellegrino here. And young man, 32, going to be 33 in July. Holy hell, I am old. But you saw last year with the Bills as that nickel corners coach, but previously with the Patriots, and you can see all the way from 15 to 2024. So was a coaching assistant, then a cornerbacks coach for a while there, and obviously getting some time with Bill Belichick's got to be a great thing. And, it got Brian Flores in there as well at one point, and, you obviously got some pretty good minds out here, and however you feel about McDermott, I think he's got a good mind there. So this is a very intriguing kid, and somebody that was a professional lacrosse player, I guess. So he's at least got an athletic background. We know he's not just some drifter out here talking about football that's never even played it. I can't stand that stuff. But not saying you had to play, but you can tell with the ESPs out here. But at the same time, you got guys that have played like Seth Joyner that think, the NFL still 50 years ago. And that's unfortunately not how it is. So to each their own. But this young kid, he's got to be a pretty good mind if, he was sticking around with Bill Belichick that long and even after as well. So, he's been added to the Eagles staff. And, well, again, I will give you the title once it is dropped. Now, as I am recording this video, it is not out yet. So if you're watching this now and it's 5 hours later, I unfortunately cannot go back into the past and change what I'm saying right now. So it will change, just not right at the moment that I'm making this video. So just a defensive back coach is what we're going to call him. But welcome to the family, old Pellegrino. But I showed you the updated list of all of the coaches the other day. Go check that out if you would like. But let's take a gander here at the defense with this update, just in case you missed it. Vic Fangio adding another piece to his D. And we talked about it. Christian Parker left to become the Cowboys defensive coordinator. He was our defensive backs coach, pass game coordinator. Now that role belongs to Joe Casper. He was elevated into that role. His job became open, which is that safeties coach. So that's how that opened up. So let's take a gander here. And again, I didn't label him as safeties coach. I think that's what he is. And, he can coach the safeties and nickels, our defensive backs, whatever. Or maybe just don't call Joe Casper defensive back coach, secondary coach. And then Pellegrino could be defense, whatever, dude. But you can see here the rest of the defense. Clint Hurt's still here. Casper, Washburn, King. Roy Anderson is the cornerbacks coach. And then you've got some assistants in Ronald Williams, Tyler Scudder, and Tyler Yelk there. But old Pellegrino added to the mix. And, he's worked with some pretty good players in there, too. We talk about the coaches. But, when you're talking about that, Patriots, I guess right now, they've got some pretty good corners, but they've had good ones throughout the years, too. Stephon Gilmore was there. J.C. Jackson was out there. Trying to think of anybody else, but Jason McCourty. And recently, just this past year, I mean, Christian Gonzalez is one of the best corners in the game, if not the, he and Quinion Mitchell. I would say Q Mitch is better, but hey, argue with yourselves. Now, Marcus Jones is the nickel corner that he was really a coach of. Now, I'm sure he helped with other guys in the secondary, but Marcus Jones is a stud as a returner as well. And if we needed one, I'd say go trade for him. But he's done some good work. So I'm excited to see what he does here with the Eagles. Another bright, young mind. I know a lot of people are upset about the Eagles making changes, even though they asked for changes the entire season last year, off season. They're doing it again this offseason. Trade, fire everyone. One of the fans actually reached out yesterday and said, hey, can you please stop posting about all the players we signed and the coaches we hired? This isn't Eagles football. I want to talk about who we're trading and fired and everything. That is not Eagles football. Please, for the love of God, if you're into dumb shit, you love fake news, you love never knowing anything and being wrong all the time, take it somewhere else, man. I don't know how many years I can do this and tell you I'm not here to offend you by telling you what's going on. Just here because I love the Eagles. Don't let it break your soul. I don't know. Go root for the Cowboys again. Whatever I can do for you. Diehards, though, you let me know because I'm always here for you. And I appreciate those of you who were commenting on that because it really threw me off. But I get them all the time. You guys, I know you hear me, and I'm trying not to bitch about it. But it happens daily, and I have to delete a lot of them or just don't accept a lot of them that are cussing, pissed off, hate the world. Dog. I am not responsible for whatever you got going on in your personal life. I do create something where you can escape for a little bit and maybe enjoy something if you like the Eagles. If that's not for you, clickbait, dumb shit, there's guys like ESP everywhere. Go enjoy yourself. But for you diehards, appreciate you tuning in. All I've got for you. Maybe you'd like to add something. Got some questions I didn't answer, whatever's on your mind. Love to hear from you down below. Hope you're all having a great week. Going to try for a Sicko Saturday or Sicko Sunday. One of these damn days has to be a show. I'm not going to be able to tonight. Got a lot of stuff to do for this job. It's the most insane training I've ever had to just do this job. They're sending me away for 2 weeks in Mechanicsburg. Wild times, man. So I'm ready to rock and roll. But I hope you're all having yourselves a great week, a great weekend plan coming up. But if you need me, reach on out. Doesn't have to be about the birds. Always here for you guys as you are for me. But all I've got for you. So until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there, and as always, say it with me now, sickos. Go Birds!